Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, so please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate that. So today we're going to look at the Leaving Cert poem, Considering the Snail by Thom Gunn. Gunn was born in England in 1929. His parents divorced and his mother committed suicide when he was only 15. Gunn studied English literature in Cambridge University. He moved to the US in 1954 and lectured in Stanford and Berkeley University. Gunn lived in San Francisco with his partner Mike Keite. He wrote a lot about homosexuality and drug use. What words do you associate with a snail? Considering the snail. The snail pushes through a green night, for the grass is heavy with water, and meets over the bright path he makes where rain has darkened the earth's dark. He moves in a wood of desire, pale antlers, barely stirring as he hunts. I cannot tell what power is at work, drenched there with purpose, knowing nothing. What is a snail's fury? All I think is that if later I parted the blades above the tunnel and saw the thin trail of broken white across litter, I would never have imagined the slow passion to that deliberate progress. Now let's look line by line. The snail pushes through a green night. To the snail, everything is green as he pushes through the green leaves. For the grass is heavy with water. Why he has to push is because the dew is on the grass. He has to make an effort to push his way slowly through it. And the grass meets over the bright path he makes. So, as the snail goes through the grass, it meets over on top and it covers the bright path he makes, which is his trail of slime. When rain has darkened the earth's dark. So basically he's pushing through the green, he's creating a white slimy trail after him, and the earth has become darker due to the rain that fell on it, thus causing a contrast between the dark earth and the bright trail. He moves in a wood of desire. In the upcoming lines, the snail is compared to a deer, which moves through a wood of desire. The blades of grass are tall, like tall trees in a wood, to a snail from his perspective, and he's in a wood of desire, meaning he's travelling through that wood or forest because he has a desire, a wish, a goal, or an ambition. Where is he going? Something is pushing him through those blades of grass. Stanza 2. Pale antlers barely stirring. So just like a deer, a snail also has antlers, and they're pale colour, and they're barely moving as he pushes his way through the wood of desire. Basically, as he pushes his way through the tall blades of grass. As he hunts. So again, he's been compared to a deer who hunts in the forest. The snail is hunting for food as he goes through those green blades of grass, and his antlers are barely moving. I cannot tell what power is at work. Here the poet is amazed and wondering, why is the snail going to all this trouble, pushing his way and exerting force through these tall blades of grass, which are heavy with the dew on them, or possibly with the raindrops? What power is at work? What is motivating that snail to keep going through this difficult terrain? Drenched there with purpose. Yes, the grass is drenched from the recent rainfall, but it's as if the snail is also drenched with purpose. He is covered in desire and motivation and a goal, and the poet is wondering what is motivating him to keep going. Knowing nothing. The poet is confused because he can't imagine the snail's tiny brain experiencing human emotions like fury, desire, passion and power. Knows nothing, but yet he seems to know something because something is motivating him to keep going. The poet asks, what is a snail's fury? What is motivating the snail? Can a snail be motivated like a human? The poet is absolutely amazed. What keeps him going slowly but surely through this thick blade of grass, which is like a thick forest covered in raindrops? All I think is that if later I parted the blades above the tunnel, so the poet is wondering that if later he opens the blades of grass, which were meeting like this to form the tunnel in which the snail has gone through, and I saw the thin trail of broken white across litter. So the poet imagines looking down through the grass and seeing this trail of white slime, which even crossed over some litter, which could represent some obstacles. But somehow it didn't stop him, slowly but surely going along his journey. I would never have imagined the slow passion to that deliberate progress. So unless he saw the snail's trail crossing over the litter, he would never have imagined the slow passion to that deliberate progress. He'd never have imagined how passionate that the actual snail was. Even though he was going slowly, he was still passionate and still motivated to make deliberate progress. So small steps got him where he wanted in the end. Its slow passion drives it on. Its actual motivation drives on the snail to keep going, even though some obstacles came. Now, I think we could relate this to our own lives. What can we humans learn something from the snail? Can we learn something from the snail? Well, absolutely. I think slowly but surely wins the race, and even when obstacles come before us in life, we should keep going and making small steps leading to our goal. So let's have a look at the structure of the poem. Well, there are 3 stanzas with 6 lines in each stanza, and each line has 7 syllables. There are 5 complete sentences, each flowing into the next, reflecting the fluid yet stable progress of the snail. The use of punctuation such as commas and full stops here and there throughout the poem causes the reader to pause, just like the snail might do in real life. Metaphors. There are many metaphors, such as the snail with its tiny horns is compared to deer's antlers. The dark green grass is compared to a dark forest. The grass meets over like trees in a forest, making a tunnel. The snail is surrounded by blades of grass, creating a green night, and the snail moves in a wood of desire.